Start off today's video up on top of the mezzanine, and it's cold because the heat is broke. So we're going to try and get that fixed, and then try to work on that Jeep over there, get some control arm bushings put in it so that my parents can drive it home. You're here, which I think I figured out what the problem is. We've got this connection right here had come loose, so I made an attempt at getting it soldered back on there. I think I've got a solid connection. So we're going to see what happens here now if I can get the pilot light lit and go from there. That was a success. Having heat is a very valuable thing here when it's like 20 degrees outside and snowing. So I gotta go push a little snow first, get the driveway cleared, and then we'll be back to working on the Jeep. Jeep after getting most of the stuff around the shop taken care of, but back to as we saw in the last video, the control arm bushings back here are in a, we'll call it a state of disrepair. They've been replaced once before, but they're kind of a common failure point on these Jeeps. You have to do them. We've already done at the shop the one ball joint back here that's on top of the axle, so I'm gonna do my best. I don't think I'll be able to record much of getting it out of the Jeep just because it's a 2, 3, maybe even 4-handed job sometimes, but I have started off here getting a jack underneath the front of it because I'm going to try and jack the axle up and hold it at close to ride height, which should make getting that upper control arm in and out a little bit easier. And once I get it out, we'll cut some bushings out of it, press some new ones in, and hopefully this goes easily. The removal and also the pressing of the bushings is definitely a 2 or 3-handed job. Luckily I got my dad here helping me, so show you what we pulled out of the arm and how we got them back in. So when I took the bushings apart, we pressed them out. The insert out of this one fell right out as soon as I took it out of the Jeep. So as you can see, that wasn't doing a whole lot for helping us control the rear axle. Got both of them pressed out, and then got some new ones pressed in. Now, those of you who are familiar with the suspension in the back of these Jeeps, it has this upper control arm that has a ball joint locating the center of it. You can see it there. And then we put these new bushings into the end of them, make sure I phased them correctly and everything. So now we just got to work on getting it back into the Jeep, getting some bolts tight. Get this big boomerang back up in here without ripping a brake line or a ABS line or any other that other stuff that's up there. We did have a parking brake cable that's got a little bit of trouble here, so we're not going to use a parking brake for a while until I get that fixed. Got the new bushings in, bolts are tight, Loctited, everything, etc. Also got the brakes bled out. Just only had to bleed the front channel on it because that's all we did was touch the front brakes, and I just threw the battery charger on it quick only because it's been sitting for a few days. It charged up pretty quick. I don't really think it needed it too much, but this project, we're going to call it done for now. There's some other things on it that do need some attention, but for now, I think we can call it a day, and hopefully this one gets my parents through the winter with what they need to do with it. Next project here is I do got to go and remove a little bit more snow. Because it did snow out here. I don't know if you can see out the window or not. We got a little bit of snow out there, just enough to make you have to do something about it. But we've been kind of upstairs. It's Christmas Eve today, so I've been spending some time with the family and trying to get this done in the interim. I've been a little bit sick lately. Yesterday, I wanted to get out here and work on the Jeep and do a little bit more filming and do some better filming, but I caught this cold that I just can't. I can function, but it's just miserable. It's just kind of taking the energy out of me. So I'm also going to be linking in here. My sister took some video, kind of a little bit of a pre-update on the Galant. So I'm going to probably try and splice in some of that video here so we can do that. And then I'm thinking in the first couple weeks of January is when we're going to be going through and hopefully going to pick up the Galant pending snow, because I don't want to haul it if there's snow. So that is kind of the update I have for us today. I might link in more video of a next project, or I might just call this one a short video update. But thanks again, everyone, for watching, and please, share the videos where you can. I'm trying to get subscribers up. It's actually been going really good from what I'm reading with my research on YouTube with how small channels like mine start out. Things have been going really great. I've been getting some decent watch time and some shares, most of it from Facebook, obviously, because that's the only place I can really network right now. But thanks for following along on this video, and keep an eye out for the next one. Should have one beginning to mid next week. Thank you much.